Hi, I'm Ryan Oman,
And I'm Nicole Oman.
and together we are
The Empowering Omens.
with the Golden Collective.
And today is Willpower Wednesday, where we work with our solar plexus chakra. That's our will and our self-esteem and our confidence.
Yes, Manipura, otherwise known as the Shining Gem. This is all about being bright, being shiny, being noticed. This is for those of you who are into astrology, this is the Leo chakra. This is the
We are in
fire
Leo
chakra, and we are in Leo season. Yeah, that's
We're
right.
about to go into a new moon actually tomorrow in Leo. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of getting ready for that and allowing ourselves to shine innocently, shine without apology.
Right, and we're getting some interesting cards to go with this. And as you know, the theme of the week is change, and we've been talking a lot about the divine masculine. And if you look at these cards, there's definitely some divine masculine going on here. We've got the innocence card and the aloneness card. And so with this change that has occurred over this 7-week period with all of us working on these chakra videos and all the work that goes along with it, there's a certain amount of newness involved. It's almost like you're a kid. Like, you know, if you guys remember Bambi, when Bambi's learning how to walk, he's got these, you know, kind of wobbly legs and he's kind of slipping and sliding, trying to figure it out. And I feel like energetically, that's kind of where we are right now. It's certainly where I am. And so it's like we've got this newness, we've got this impressionability. And so the people that we surround ourselves with can definitely affect our next level of growth. And so this is where we have to really take stock of ourself and all of the work we've done leading up to this point, and really believe in the self, believe in the power that we've created within ourselves to really get us through this process, and not to really lean on the impressions or the perspectives of others.
And this card really talks about, it's the aloneness and getting really comfortable in your skin. And when we really trust ourselves, what we're feeling beyond the advice of others, but that voice, and we've been talking a lot about that inner voice, that voice within us, we have to illuminate our own path. And what I love about this innocence card is this man is not naive to experience. He is very wise and very cultured and knowing, and he has lived his life to the fullest. It's not a childishness, it's a childlikeness. And what it says in the card, if you look at the Osho book, it talks about the difference between childlike and childish. And childish, before we have our experiences, we are naive to the world. We are naive that there are dangers and there are certain people and things and situations that don't have our best interest. But within that experience, we start to realize that. But does it make us bitter and resentful for life? Or can we hold on to that sense of wonderment? Can we hold on to that sense of self, even though we have been battered and beaten and thrown in the mud, and even we do that to ourselves? Can we clean off that mud and still see that beautiful purity within?
Yeah, and you know, this always reminds me of my daughter, our newest daughter, who Leela, who is only 2 years old. She just learned how to walk this year, actually just a couple months ago. And just recently we were at the playground, which is where I learn a lot of things about my children. And she usually, when she steps down on something, she will get down on her knees, turn around on her belly, and scoot off of it so that she can put her feet down. And for the first time, just yesterday, she actually kind of leapt off of a curb that was probably about, 4 to 6 inches high, which is pretty big when you're only, a foot and a half or 2 feet tall. And she landed it. She stuck it. And then that was it. She figured it out. But it took a lot of stumbling and falling.
And she fell.
Yeah, and she but I guess what I'm getting at is that when you're a child, and when you have that innocence like a child, you allow yourself to make those mistakes. You allow yourself to fall. And you don't take it personally. You don't make it mean something. You just realize that that's how you learn to walk. You fall until you don't fall anymore. And so this card, I think, is telling you that, yeah, you're in a newness right now. We've gone through a very
And falls happen.
arduous journey, but that doesn't mean that you have to stop, right? That process is going to continue. The end of this process is just the beginning of the next one. So as you move into this next process, give yourself the patience that you would give a child who's learning how to walk. You wouldn't scream at a child who's trying to learn how to walk because you know how difficult it is for them. You just be supportive and you help them up and you help deal with the emotional stuff that comes along with failure until they succeed. And you need to do that with yourself.
And you need to do that with yourself. That's exactly what I was getting at. That's what I was getting in my head when you were talking. You have to know that when you're starting something, or even when you're finishing something, and you might have come to the end and you feel like you failed, what you have to understand is that's part of the process, and you can't give up on yourself. And you have to be very aware at those people that are trying to tell you, like, okay, you failed, now go get a big kid job, or now you failed in love, so now you gotta like get your crap together and da 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 da. When we live life to the fullest, you are going to stumble, you're going to fall, you're going to skin your knee, you're going to have failures, you're going to have heartbreaks. But that doesn't mean you need to shut off your sense of wonder and your sense of aliveness. You need to really, that's what we were talking about with that protection, or be careful for that need of approval. Because honestly, if you're really looking to create a very abundant life, it's going to come with some missteps, and allow those missteps to be there without it shutting down your process.
Yeah, and I think the aloneness card is telling us to be your own parent, be your own cheerleader, be your own coach in this process. Don't necessarily need to lean upon the strength of others. You have built your own strength. Yeah, and we're going to reinforce that today with our meditation. So now that you've built that strength for yourself, you get to be both the beginner and you get to be the teacher at the same time for yourself. And the only way you can do that is by drawing in to yourself and being alone with yourself and allowing that kind of dualistic nature to happen within you. You are your own student and your own teacher at the same time. So, as we get into our meditation process, I want you to envision two parts of yourself, if you will. Think of your teacher self and your student self. Realize that they're two parts of a whole. They're two parts of you. They live within you, and they're needed in both cases. So for those of you who are on Instagram, we will be doing the meditation on YouTube, so feel free to follow us there, The Golden Collective on YouTube. And for those of you already on YouTube, here we go. So we're going to get into our meditation today, and again, we're going to use the imagery that you are both your own teacher and your own student, and you have the power within you to be both, and so you can learn your lessons by drawing within, by being alone, essentially. And that power resides within inside you. You don't need to look for it anywhere else. So let's go ahead and dig down deep, find that power that lives within inside you, and use it to continue with our growth process. Ram
Illuminate your own path. Trust yourself. Remember who you are. And guide your way on. It is done. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Ooh.
All right. That bowl sang today.
Big time, yeah. This can be one of the trickier bowls, at least for me. I really honestly believe, and I didn't initially, but I do now, that these bowls have kind of a mind of their own, and they will mess with you a little bit. If you're having an issue with that particular vibration, that particular chakra, the bowl is going to kind of help coax you into the right vibration, if you will. I've had times where bowls just sing for me like easy, no problem, and other times where bowls are just refuse to sing for me at all, and I'm like, wow, what is going on? It's the same bowl, it's the same wand, it's the same person. What's the deal? And there's really definitely a vibration and an energy that the bowl is really seeking for you to get in tune with. And if you do, it really sings. And if you don't, it will be
tell you
obstinate and will not do it for you. So those of you who are coming to the workshop, you'll see that firsthand because you'll get to play with each bowl yourself.
And you'll see which one you have need to work with.
It's very revealing where you're out of alignment.
Totally. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell so you can know that we are here to help and support you and go through this with you. If you want to go a little deeper with us, please consider joining the Golden Collective. You can start a 7-day free trial and see if it's right for you. We will be back tomorrow for Thankful Thursday, where we'll be working with the heart chakra. So we'll see you there. All right, everyone. See you tomorrow. Namaste.